It's Josh and Chantel, and this is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Monday, June 10th. Today we talk about green onion coffee, cornhole tournament with the Forklifts. My son told me not to be a hero while playing volleyball. Josh is the worst while waiting for a package to be delivered. I messed up my first ever autograph, and Josh and I tent camped in the driveway.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can catch it live weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Enjoy the show. Classy 97, it's better music for a better morning. Josh and Chantel, hi, good morning.
Hey, good Monday morning.
Today is Bedbug Prevention Day.
How do you prevent bed bugs?
Oh, good question. That's that would be done by, let's see. Bed bugs are not only a nuisance; they can cause serious discomfort and stress. They are tiny pests. Experts say hiding and can survive in many environments.
When we went to New York a couple of years ago,
yes,
we had an Airbnb in Jersey, and 2 days before we were set to arrive, we got a notification from the Airbnb host that they had a bed bug infestation.
And they replaced every mattress in the whole place.
You can cancel, and we will absolutely refund you, or we can quickly remedy the situation. We decided to stick with it, and they did a quick total rehaul.
They did a complete clean, and it was a couple of days before we arrived.
Yeah.
So the place was able to get taken care of, which is good. So
we had some friends that were still a little bit nervous, but I was fine.
Here's what it says. It says the observance of Bedbug Prevention Day emphasizes proactive steps everyone can take, such as checking hotel rooms, maintaining cleanliness at home, and being vigilant about where one places their luggage while traveling. Those are all things that can reduce the spread of bed bugs, ensuring that everyone
not in the
can enjoy a
dresser,
good
as
night's
we learned
sleep
last week.
That's right.
Don't
Bed
put your
bugs
clothes. They
hang
live in
out
dressers.
in hotel dressers. So there you go. National Ballpoint Pen Day. I like a good pen. I do. It is Egg Roll Day.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not mad about egg rolls.
No.
It is Iced Tea Day. Did your family? My mom always made sun tea when I was little. It seemed like a big thing to have that jar.
Yeah, my aunts
that
did.
you would sit outside.
And then they'd stir it with their hand.
No, that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen either. I just thought it was funny.
I don't see anybody doing that anymore. I don't think it's safe.
Anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, the sun tea?
Yeah.
Not the stirring with your hand? That's definitely not safe.
Yeah, I don't care for that. National Herbs and Spices Day. And it is also, what is a Black Cow Day? It says it's like a root beer float, but I'm trying to figure out what it's made of.
I don't know. A root beer. I know there's like a brown cow, like the brown cow.
Right.
I don't know what a black cow is.
I don't know either. Oh, it's literally just a name for another root beer float. It's another name for a root beer float.
Oh, okay.
They just call it a Black Cow.
Oh.
So it's Root Beer Float Day.
I want some.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel.
Here's the new rage. This is a new thing that people are into.
What is it?
It's called a scallion latte.
What is that?
Oh, let me tell you. You have to mash up a few green onions in a cup.
Yeah.
Then you add ice, milk, and coffee, and then you top it off with lots of chopped green onions.
I don't think so. I don't like onions the way that some people like onions. And this is one of the many ways I don't like onions.
It looks like a cup full of green onions.
Yeah, I imagine it does.
With a little bit of milk and coffee poured in.
Yeah, no, I'm not into this. This sounds no good for me.
I am curious to know what it tastes like, much like the pickles and
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper drink. I don't want a whole one. I just want a sip because I want to know what it tastes like. But it's a whole lot of green onions.
Yeah. When you said it had chopped up green onions in it and then also on top, That's
More
too
green
many.
onions. I want to know who had this idea. Where did this concoction come from?
Your sister.
Yeah, she does love onions. She loves onions a great deal.
She heard there was an onion festival and was like, I really want to kind of go to that.
Yeah, she was excited. She goes, who's going with me?
No one.
No one.
That place stinks. Everybody you talk to, you can't even stand to hear them because your nose is on fire.
I wonder if this green onion latte, people are worried about bad breath.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Two things that are notorious for giving you bad breath: coffee and onions.
Yeah.
Put them together.
Do you think they make a like negative positive situation?
Oh, yeah, I bet so.
I bet not.
Double the trouble.
I'm not having it.
All right.
Keep it over
I want
there.
to taste. Just one taste.
Yuck. Wake up, Classy 97. It's Josh and Chantel. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
So I saw online a bunch of new photos, a bunch of videos and things about the Teton Pass. What a catastrophic failure.
I know.
It's wild.
Terrifying.
And then I see some Facebook groups that I'm part of are having a good time with it. And which is okay, I think, in this instance, because no one was hurt. The road was closed. They took great precaution to make sure no one was on it. And I'm glad that they did. And so now we can have fun. One of them is a mountain bike group.
Oh, no.
And they have said, this gap looks insane. I think I can make it.
Don't do it.
No, they're not going to. No one's going to actually try to jump over the gap, I would hope. It's a decent gap. There's a big problem if
It's a
you
problem.
don't know.
In their words, catastrophic.
Yeah, the Teton Pass had a catastrophic failure, and I guess maybe Friday, Saturday-ish, something. I'd have to go back and look at all the timeline stuff, but it has slid down off the mountain. There is no roadway for a good section, and so you can't travel that way. If you are planning on heading to Jackson at all over the next, I don't know, month,
Yeah.
you're going to have to go
time.
the Alpine route.
How soon do you feel comfortable driving on that pass? Like once they get it
Not
repaired?
right now.
I know. Once they get it repaired,
Yeah.
you think you're going to travel over that?
Well,
I mean,
they've got to have some weight tests to it.
I know.
Look, they're not going to reopen it without proper engineering. I'm really curious how they're going to do that because I don't think you can backfill that space. Put more dirt there? I don't think that's the way that works. I really think they're going to have to reroute and either cut deeper into the mountain or something.
I think you're right.
just don't know how I'm glad I'm not the person who has to figure that out. But I don't think you can just pile more dirt in there and go, eventually we'll fill it up.
No, I don't
It's not a hole. It's the side of a mountain. Like more dirt, I feel, is just going to, this is not my job.
It's going to corrode more and more and more. If you
Over
put
time?
more
Yeah.
dirt.
Huh?
I don't. It's early. It's Monday.
Okay.
Cut me some slack, bro.
I will indeed. But more dirt?
Yeah.
One does not simply add more dirt. That's a great Lord of the Rings tie-in for someone who gets that. That's fantastic.
Nerd.
That was really, really good. You ready for some good news to get you going? You told me last night
today.
I'm sitting in the kitchen and you went, "Hey, I have good news today or for tomorrow." And I said, "Really?" Now I'm excited.
Because you always bring it. Today I'm bringing it. There was a family. They were out to eat at a restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know where. It doesn't matter.
You don't know what city, what state, what country?
No, it doesn't matter. They're just people.
Okay.
We're all just people.
Okay.
The family has a 4-year-old boy. We don't know his name. It's okay. He notices an elderly man sitting alone eating dinner. The little boy gets up from his table. His mom says, "Where are you going, buddy?" And he just walked over to the little old man and gave him a hug.
Well, that is so sweet.
And the old man gave him a hug back. And the two of them have a very, very good video of the two of them just hugging it out in the middle of the restaurant.
He saw the guy and he said, that guy needs a hug.
That guy needs a hug. And then they found out, the older man found out that the little boy recently lost his grandpa.
Oh,
so he's also feeling a little bit lonely.
They needed the hug.
They needed each other.
That's very sweet.
I I know.
And you don't know who they are, where this was, when it happened, just that it did, and it's very sweet.
And it's very adorable.
It is that's very nice.
And the little boy said, I'm going to go give that man a hug because everyone could use a hug every now and then.
That is very good.
And I miss my grandpa.
Yeah. I like it.
And I need a grandpa hug because grandpa hugs
Bring it in.
feel different.
Bring it in. Good hug. That's good news.
That is good news to get you going.
On Classy 97. Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel.
We went to go have a barbecue with my family in Burley over the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was hot.
Yep.
And my sister wanted to be a good host, and she was worried that everybody was bored, even though nobody seemed bored.
No, but it was fun to tease her about it, though. Oh, I'm so bored.
She ended up getting out the cornhole, and we had a little cornhole tournament.
Yes. What did you learn?
Well, here's what I learned. I learned that I don't like to be on my brother-in-law's team because he takes games too seriously.
Okay.
I am not a serious game player. I like to have fun. I like to be silly. Also, I'm not good at things, so it's okay.
But you love to compete, especially when it's with me.
Against you, yeah.
That is correct.
I have to beat you.
I
don't
never
care.
played your team.
I don't care about winning anybody else. You can beat me. I don't care. But I also get really bored. And so then I just start making up my own games.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't want to be on his team. So I was silently like, not his team, not his team, not his team. I didn't end up in his team. I ended up on Beck's team.
Yes.
And then we came up with the name because we all had to come up with our own team names.
Mm-hmm.
We were the Forklifters.
That's right.
Because he's got his forklift certification.
Watch out.
I know.
And you
I like
to
lift
use a fork
forks to eat my food.
Okay, good.
So we're the Forklifters.
Yes.
Here's what I know about cornhole.
Okay.
It's still kind of boring.
Since you played last, it's still kind of boring.
Still kind of boring.
Okay.
I was playing against Emery's team.
Uh-huh.
She and I were throwing the cornholes on the same side. She against me and I against her, right?
Yeah.
I was losing in a very big way. And I said, Emery, I'm not very good at this game. And I said, I'm not very good at any game. And she just very quietly goes, I know.
Oh. That's so sad. Oh.
It's fine. I admitted to it first. She just agreed.
I know.
She's like, I know. We all know. We all know, Mom.
You're worried about being on somebody else's team, and meanwhile they're going like, please don't give me Chantel. Please don't give me Chantel. Please. Here's what I found out.
Here's the thing. If you're on my team, you will lose, but you will also have fun.
Okay.
What'd
I
you
found
find
out I was on a team with your nephew.
Yeah.
And we won the tournament.
Oh, whoopee-doo.
I'm just telling you. And both times that we won our games, 2 or 3 times, however many we had to play, it was considerable point spread. What?
Wow.
I'm just telling, like 22-4, 2 of the 3 games we played.
Do you think weeks from now anyone's ever gonna?
Nope.
Yeah. No one's ever going to look back and go, man, do you remember when Kaden and Josh won that cornhole?
Let me tell you.
No, what they are going to remember is how much fun Chantel made things.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man. Chantel is so funny. That's what they're going to.
I'm the one who doesn't like losing. That's right. It's me. Hi. It is the most wonderful time of the year.
Is it?
Yep. I
Christmas already?
Waiting for a package or two.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Bro.
I was checking the tracking this morning.
Here's what you should know about Josh. You get obsessive when you order a package and you're waiting for it to arrive.
I know.
You get nuts.
I know.
You turn into
What's the deal?
Completely different person.
Why?
I don't know.
What is it about it?
I don't know. You're constantly checking the shipping updates, even though they don't change. And then you have to let everybody know. What'd you order? I don't even remember what you ordered.
Grill covers and and helmet hooks. It's a big package. It's a big deal. So here's the skinny. Arriving today by 10 p.m.
Great.
A couple of them. And then one says it's not supposed to get here until Thursday, but hopefully it's sooner because I can't wait till Thursday. I need it sooner.
For our benefit, the people who live in your house, it needs to arrive today. Otherwise, we're going to have to live with you not having your package until Thursday.
I know.
Bro.
I know. What am I
can't.
even going to do?
I don't know. Wait. You're just going to have to wait.
Wait?
Put it out of your mind and think about something else.
How does one do that?
I don't know. I get obsessive about a lot of things, but waiting for my package is not one of them.
I hate it so much.
Then
I hate waiting for packages.
Then stop ordering things from the internet.
I rarely do. I like to go and get it tangibly in my hand at that moment.
But if you do go get things from the store, you can't even wait to take it home to open it.
No, I've gotten better, way better about that.
We've sat in the car for hours before.
No.
Yes.
Hours?
Minutes.
Sometimes minutes, depending on what the thing is. Do I need it in my car? Is it for my car?
You'll always open the package before you take it home.
No,
always.
No way. Nah,
yes.
I haven't done that in years.
Nonsense.
Name a thing recently that I've done that with. You can't, because it hasn't happened in years.
No, it isn't. It's happened more recent than that.
But I have some packages arriving, and I'm very excited about it, but I wish they were here already.
It's not even that exciting of packages. It's just grill covers and helmet hooks.
I know.
Why are you this excited about waiting for them?
I've got mail coming. That's why. I'm going to go sit on the couch and wait for him. Just watch outside. Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel.
Okay, along the weekend, we did some cornhole tournament too, but we also played some volleyball. Now,
this is true.
My family gets a little bit serious and competitive about volleyball. We like a good volleyball game.
I think historically, because you have like a lot of uncles, and I think you historically have this, like volleyball used to be a huge thing at every family get-together for you guys.
Yes.
And I think just over the years where it's trickled down to a handful of people attending these things and not like it was 40 people before.
Right.
I think it's gotten to be a little more casual than it was.
It is. That's true. But there are some people who take it seriously.
Are you one of them?
I am not one of them. I don't take anything seriously. Although, if you play with Beck, our son, specifically me.
No, it's anybody.
He likes to critique performances.
This is true.
He was on my team. I happened to miss a ball, and he said,
how could you?
Mom, there's no need to be a hero. And I just stopped and looked and said, I've never tried to be a hero in any situation.
I wonder what he meant. Like, hey, look, you don't need to try so hard. Don't. It's just a game.
I don't think I was trying too hard. I'll never go out of my way to try.
I think he was
to get
saying,
that ball.
Maybe don't go out of your way. Don't try to be the hero. Like just if you're gonna miss it, it's not the end of the world. I think was the message he was trying to send.
I don't think that
you
was the message. No, but I also it's interesting to me how quickly everyone becomes a coach.
Yeah.
In volleyball, when nobody really knows.
My favorite was when I told you to dive.
Yeah,
you said, I will never do that.
I'll never dive for the ball. Never.
I'll
right never
there.
be
Just
the hero
dive.
in volleyball, and I'll never dive. Those are two things that I just won't do.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should try to dive once and be the hero, just to see what happens. What if all it took was a little bit of confidence and a willingness to try?
Yikes.
And a supportive team.
Yeah, a supportive
that
team.
had your back.
That would have been great.
Yeah. What's that like?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What were you going to say?
You were on my team once.
I was on your team lots.
Yeah, you weren't very supportive.
Oh, yes, I was.
You were not being supportive at all. I think I even yelled at you.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember what I said. What did I say?
Maybe try encouragement.
I did say that.
Yeah, you did. I know. I was there.
I know what I said. I said, nobody's harder on me than myself.
You did say that.
You don't need to tell me everything what I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe try some encouragement.
Yeah. So volleyball's pretty serious is what I learned. Classy 97, Josh and Chantel, lucky to be here today.
Yes, we are.
Let's talk about the drive home yesterday afternoon from Burley to our house and how we had to travel east and then we had to travel north, and both directions were just getting hammered by a thunderstorm. Probably one of the worst thunderstorms I've ever seen.
Ever driven in, for sure.
Certainly ever driven in, but this thunderstorm was something else.
I was trying not to pay attention because sometimes I get a little bit nervous.
I appreciate that you were
and so
in a zone.
Instead of critiquing your driving skills, I said, I'm just not going to pay attention. But then I got too intense, and then I had to pay attention.
You never like my wiper speed.
No.
Let's start there. So I'm sure you were aggravated that they weren't going as fast as you think they should have been.
They were actually going the speed at which they should always be going. So you did great on that. Your wiper speed was on point.
Okay, good. I felt like it was I was adjusting appropriately. There's nothing I hate more than when the wipers are on, and this is in a vehicle I'm riding in, or if I'm in traffic and somebody has their wiper blades on too fast.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
What I appreciated was that the rain was coming down so fast and loud that I could mutter things under my breath.
Oh, good.
And you didn't hear.
That's fantastic.
And so I could say the things I needed to say out loud.
And were you making a lot of, ooh, ee?
No, I wasn't doing that. I was like, hey, you shouldn't, maybe pull over. These people do you have your hazards on? These people have their hazards on. Put your hazards on.
All right.
I said a lot of that.
Okay, good. So I'm glad. I'm glad you got it out of your system, because that only adds to the stress of the situation.
I know.
So,
I purposely did it quietly so that you couldn't hear.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know if anyone else was out there on the road in that thing. There were lots of people out there yesterday, and it was crazy dangerous. It was wild. And there was one point where I had to pull over during the whole trip, and it was because I couldn't see the front of the truck. The rain was coming down. The hail was coming down so hard. Visibility was zero. And so I said, yeah, this is probably a good time.
You pulled over much later than I would have liked you to pull over. But when you finally decided to pull over, I was like, thank you. You made a good choice.
Yeah. And we were only pulled over for a few minutes, and we were able to move. But then we caught up with the storm again, and then you'd stop, and you get caught up, and then you stop. And that was kind of the attitude I got from a lot of the other people around. Then there were the folks that pulled over underneath the overpasses. They were stopped there, and they would be 2 or 3 wide. That felt more dangerous than people that were just pulled over on the side of the road out on the open freeway. So I don't know the right protocol there.
I don't either. What I did appreciate was that most of the people had their lights on and they had their hazards on, whether they were driving or not. So it was more easy to see them. And people were going a respectable speed.
Everybody was really slowed down, which was nice. That was really super good.
There wasn't anybody trying to take any chances. It was like, okay, I'm going to keep my distance. You keep your distance, and we'll try and get through this together. So that was nice. I appreciated that.
And there was one point where we're like, all right, I think we've outrun this thing as we were headed north of Pocatello, the Fort Hall area. We're like, once we get past this area, I think we beat this thing. And then it was like we were in the eye of the thing. It was weird because it was like blue skies for, 5 minutes, and then the skies turned brown, and it was dark again, and we're like, what is happening? And then we finally made it through. That was wild.
It was a crazy storm.
Wild, so
but you did good.
Good note for everybody who is ever doing that. 2 things. 1, turn on your lights. There were folks that didn't have their headlights on. You're really hard to see. That's very dangerous. Turn on your headlights when you're on the freeway. And thing number 2, don't use cruise control if you're driving in the rain like that. Very dangerous if you have your cruise control on. Take that off, use your foot pedals, and be responsible and careful. That's all.
Good PSA, Josh.
Thanks. Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel. Friday night, we did something kind of fun and different.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Went and hung out with the people. Normally we're like at home going, I wish there was something to do. Why don't we go do something? We're just sitting at home. How
We're
lame
trying to
are
take
we?
advantage of the warm weather.
Correct.
As much as possible. So
Yes.
we want to be outside as much as possible. So they did a downtown shopping experience downtown at dark.
Something like that, yeah. And so we hung out in downtown Idaho Falls like way late, till like 11.
Look
What
at
are
us.
we doing? What are we doing out and about until 11? But no, it was really cool. You got to go. Some of the shops stayed open. My favorite part, and I think yours as well, was this basement tour that we got to go on. The museum was kind of hosting this thing through the, at the event, they took different tour groups, and we got to go explore and hear different stories about the history of Idaho Falls. Really interesting stuff. There's a lot of controversy that happened in this here town.
I know.
Man. That was really cool. I was really stoked about that.
I
That
was
fun.
fascinated.
Yeah.
I wanted them to keep going. It was an hour-long tour. We got to go into a couple different basements of businesses around town, learn the history of the business, some of the different things that happened there. Somebody like old murder stories.
Which you love that stuff.
Yes, I
True
do.
crime is right up your alley. So
Yes.
that was a big deal. And then we learned about prohibition and some of the ways things got snuck around town.
Oh,
It was a wild time. This place was crazy.
I know. So then when they're finished, they're like, that's it. I'm like, no, keep going. She goes, I wish I had more time to tell you this story and this story. I'm like, I'll go round number 2.
Yeah, we'll just follow you around. Keep telling us
You
stories.
tell me all the stories. I'm here all night.
Very
It was
cool.
fascinating.
Yeah, very cool event. And it was fun to be out and about late at night.
We did a similar thing in Pocatello a couple of years ago where we took that haunted
Was that one?
history
Yeah, that one was around Halloween.
tour.
Mm-hmm.
And they took us to the different businesses and told us the history of the building, how it was built.
Yeah.
And
That one also had the Paranormal Society involved. And so they had all the paranormal meters and stuff that they were looking for, energies and spirits and things as we were kind of walking around. That one was really interesting too. And there was a building that I worked in for, I don't know, ever. And years and years and years spent in that building. And the building next door to that radio station building, we actually got to go upstairs in that building. And that was really weird to be, looking at that kind of paranormal energy and all that stuff in a building that I had worked next to for years and years
I
and
had
years.
no idea it even existed.
No. Well, I knew the building existed. I'm not like oblivious. Like, yes, I know there's a building there, but I'd never been able to access that building before. And that was really fascinating. So anyway, really cool. And now I want to learn more.
I know. I was trying to remember because my memory is terrible. I was trying to remember some of the fun, cool stories that we heard.
Even the stuff we learned about some of the governors of the state moving the
yeah.
capital from Lewiston to Boise by stealing papers. Like, there's just so much craziness about the territories, and it's wild.
Idaho.
It's wild.
Idaho Falls. You silly. You silly gooses.
Classy 97. It's Josh and Chantel, and this is the part of the show where Chantel gets to share her disappointment.
I am disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed in you and the rest of my family.
And this has been Chantel sharing her disappointment. What did we do?
I have really fun ideas a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you guys will play along and you'll support my dreams. And then a lot of
Yes.
times you guys are sticks in the mud.
Listen, we saw what happened at the potato sack race of 2024.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, you tell me what happened.
I was the one that ended up looking like a chump, but that's okay.
Okay,
You guys
hold
looked
on.
great.
Listen.
I was the
So you
weirdo.
said, let's do
a potato sack race.
a wheelbarrow race.
Yeah, I wanted to do a wheelbarrow race.
That's what you said. Let's do a wheelbarrow race.
I read a story last week about a man who put an engine in his wheelbarrow.
Right.
And he got up to 52 miles per hour. And I said, let's have a wheelbarrow race. And you said, we don't own a wheelbarrow. And I
Right.
said, that's okay. We can borrow one. And then that spitballed into
You just
let's
wanted
do-
people to hold their feet and race.
Yeah,
and
let's
you wanted
do
to
a
do that.
person wheelbarrow race.
Right. So
I had my
teams were never decided.
I planned my team.
Who was your team?
Emery.
I don't think she knew that.
I don't think she wanted to participate with me.
The kids decided they were going to try it.
On their own.
And they didn't have a
No.
good time.
Here's what happened. I said, we have to have a wheelbarrow race. And everyone in the car said, oh.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I don't even want to play if it's going to be that kind of attitude.
Well, listen, it's not, this isn't personal.
Yeah, it is.
No. It's a choice we made to say, hey, I don't know if I want to do that. and we all individually, not collectively, we didn't have a side conversation. We just decided, yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
Well, the kids did it. So Beck
They didn't race.
No, they didn't. Beck held Emery's feet,
Right.
and then they went down a little ways, and then they swapped where he did it and she held his feet.
Right.
They both very young, 20 and 14, respectively. Both of them said that's really hard.
Yeah.
So I think they were looking out for us oldies.
Yeah.
Going, I don't think you're going to do that.
I saw it in my brain and said, no, I'm not going to feel good after I do that. And also, I didn't know teams had been decided, but I assumed it was you versus me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make somebody have to carry my weight.
Yeah, I know.
So look, I get you're disappointed because we didn't do the wheelbarrow race
But we didn't even
of 2024.
attempt.
No, I did in my head. I attempted enough, and I went, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that.
I didn't attempt. Maybe just one little attempt, and I would have been like, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't have been disappointed because I would have been the one making the decision to not do it.
In the scheme of things, I didn't have the willingness to try.
Here's what happens, though. I feel like I have all these great ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe not so great ideas, but
Sure, you have ideas.
you guys are all fuddy-duddies, and
What?
you're never even willing to try.
We did the potato sack race very well.
Begrudgingly.
Oh, we did it.
Begrudgingly.
Oh, but we did it.
And then you were all laughing at the end, weren't you? Because that's what happens every time you guys go, ugh. And then 10 minutes in, everyone's having a great time.
Right. So you throw your arm.
Just participate with me. That's all I want. I have really fun ideas.
Oh, we know. We just didn't want to do that one. Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel.
When we go to visit my family in Burley, we have to take our own accommodations, meaning she doesn't have a guest bedroom,
Right.
nor a guest bed, which is fine.
Yeah.
We usually take an air mattress
Right.
to sleep on. We forgot to take the air mattress.
I like how you made that a we thing.
I threw you under the bus.
Yeah, you
earlier,
did. Yeah.
Because you did kind of forget.
Well,
it was
listen,
kind of your fault.
Here's what happened. We were downstairs in the basement where we store them, and you said, hey, which air mattress should we take? And I said, not the one we've been taking. That one's uncomfortable. Let's take the older one. And then you said, okay, and you handed it to me.
I handed it to you.
And then I set it by the chair in the family room downstairs.
Wrong.
And then we left.
Yeah, that's not where
And
you should have
how
put it.
far down the freeway were we when you went, we forgot the air mattress?
I think we were close to Blackfoot, which is
Yeah.
too far to turn around and go
right.
get it.
It was far enough away. We're like, well, we'll figure this out.
So then I forget that you carry around a tent on your truck wherever you go.
Yeah, I do.
So we have accommodations
Wherever we go.
wherever we go. It's not my favorite accommodation, but it works in a pinch.
I like it. I really enjoyed sleeping in the tent.
I know
Saturday
you do.
night.
And I appreciate that you actually do try to make it more comfortable. You do. You've worked really hard in trying to make it more comfortable, and I appreciate it.
I sleep in it in the winter because I even have a heater. I have electrical run in there. But we weren't planning on staying in it, so I didn't bring half of the stuff.
We didn't need the heater.
No, I know, but I didn't bring any of the electrical stuff, so we didn't have any of the lights working. Like there was a lot going on that wasn't in place.
Well, we just needed it to sleep in.
Right.
It just is not my jam. And I don't feel like I'm a princess. I don't feel like I'm a high maintenance kind of person.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Do you disagree?
No, go on. I'm just saying that in the scouting world, you're called the queen.
I know. That's because I don't camp in the snow.
Right. It's fine. Fair weather camper. It's okay. There are some people that won't even camp. There are people that hear camp and go, why? There's hotels. So it's fine.
I'm always willing to give it a try. I slept in the tent. It just wasn't my favorite. It was a pretty miserable night for me. I'm not going to lie.
I slept so well.
Because you can sleep anywhere.
I know, but
you
I
were
also
asleep in seconds.
Yes.
The wind was blowing, so the whole
Beautiful.
Canvas was like blowing,
That's
and
white
I could
noise.
hear it. No, it was loud, and it's not rhythmic enough.
It's
It started to
non-rhythmic.
rain, and
Yes.
so then all I could hear was
I
rain.
heard that, and I love that. Rain on the tent? Awesome.
And then I had to go to the restroom.
Well, that is one of the
problem.
tent problems.
And
That's
it's
a
not
tent
like
problem.
I can just walk outside.
Right, because you have
There's
to crawl down a
stairs.
ladder. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's a ladder.
Yeah.
I don't do well on ladders. So I went, cool. This is going to be a rough night.
I had a great time.
I know you did.
I really enjoyed it.
I was pretty miserable.
Sorry to hear that. I really liked it.
I
I was
know.
not expecting to sleep in a tent over the weekend.
I wasn't either.
But I also wasn't upset about it.
I was willing to give it a go, and I'll try it again. You know I will.
I'll keep working on making it more and more comfortable.
I really do try not to complain about it because it's not. I'm not a princess. I'm not a high maintenance person. I'm really not.
But I like comfort when I sleep and quiet. You could have put in earbuds.
I guess what? I left them inside the house. So again,
I
have
had
to
mine with me,
go down the stairs.
but you didn't ask.
But
I could have helped you
also,
out.
my phone was only at 20%.
And I didn't have the power.
Mm-mm.
I know.
So there you have it. It's all right. It was one night. It's fine. I'll try it again. It was more comfortable. You have made it more comfortable than it has been in the past. You have.
Okay.
It was more
I'm just
comfortable.
listening. I'm just letting you explore this space you're in. How's
Why?
it going?
Why?
It's just interesting.
I ended up waking up. I think I probably woke up. I don't remember what time, but I let the dog
way
out.
before I did.
And then I laid down on the couch and fell asleep inside.
Yeah, because that's better.
It was. It was
Sleeping
much-
on a couch is better.
Yeah, it
No.
was more comfortable for sure.
Rid.
For sure.
So there we are at the farmer's market in Idaho Falls. Saturday morning, we were there from 9 until noon or so. We met some great people. A lot of people stopped by and said,
Beautiful
"Hey,
day.
what a gorgeous morning." It was awesome. Had some foods. We had some tacos. They were
Yes.
delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I had an Italian soda that was delicious. Anyway, so we're hanging out. And we met. Do you remember her name?
Yeah, her name was Melanie.
Melanie. Melanie came up. She has a notebook. And she says, "Hey, I would love to have your autograph in my notebook," which I think is super fun. I think it's super funny because, like, we're just regular people that live in East Idaho.
Yeah, I'm just a big old weirdo.
Like,
and
that's
somebody
it.
said, I always joke. I go, because I make a lot of mistakes here on the radio.
When?
So I always go, put her on the radio.
Yeah.
She talks good.
Yeah.
Put her on the radio.
So I thought that was really cool that we got to sign an autograph. And you have not done that before.
I have not.
I've been in radio for a lot of years, and from time to time it happens where somebody's like, "I think I want." It's not like everywhere I go, somebody's like, "Josh, give me your autograph." It's probably happened in the entirety of my career, maybe 10 times,
Okay.
maybe 5 to 10 times.
Okay.
And so it's fun. It's cool. I'll sign something. I'm not worried about it. If you want me to sign something, I'll sign something.
You're not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. So I signed her notebook, and then she handed it to you to sign it. And now let's get a little bit inside radio here for just a minute.
Sure.
Historically, it's been a thing for people to have a radio name. And that's true here as well. And it's just because, I don't know why, it started a long time ago. And somewhere along the way, you forgot that you have a radio name.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Like, Chantel is my name.
Yes.
You have been Josh Tyler for the
25 years.
entire time you've ever been in radio.
Right. And you have been Chantel Tyler for 2.5 years.
But I don't go by that on the
Or
radio.
2 years, yeah.
I
Right.
have a Facebook
I
account
get it.
for it,
I
but I
understand.
don't really go by that
Right.
name.
And so you go to sign your name and you didn't sign.
No, I signed my real
You
name.
didn't sign Tyler. You didn't sign Radio Chantel.
No,
Which
I
I
signed
think
my
is
real
hilarious.
name. Which for a minute I kind of got nervous, like, oh, should I sign my fake name? And then I went, no, I don't
This is
care.
radio.
I don't
It's radio
care.
name, right? It's funny.
It is fun. It doesn't matter.
But now that you've signed your first one, how you feeling? How do you feel?
Well, I feel like maybe I should work on my name, my signature,
Okay.
because I don't like it. Like, you have a cool signature. Mine
It's
is
a
pretty
scribble.
lame-o.
It's totally a scribble. Like, let me sign it.
I know. I've seen it a million times.
I know you have.
I don't need to.
Do you want to know my favorite thing that I've ever signed and I just remembered?
What?
Years and years and years ago, I was working on an oldies radio station in like 2004, 2005. And I had a headshot done that then got printed on like a 4x6 or a 5x7. And it's a black and white headshot that says Josh Tyler on it.
Yeah.
And I love signing those and then hiding them at your sister's house. And I have totally forgotten that I used to do that. I still have a stack of those. I need to get busy.
You need to bring those back.
I do. That is one of my favorite things, to hide autographed photos, headshots of myself from 2004 around places. I need to get back into that. That's a fun game. But anyhow, congratulations.
So, yeah. And here's the thing. You don't have to dig too much to find out my
No,
real name.
I know. It's not. I mean,
It's not a real big secret.
It's just, I mean, we're real people. We have real, lives.
Yeah.
So don't be a weirdo, but that's for real.
That's just good life lesson.
Don't be a weirdo. Chantel, hey, good morning.
So my nephew he is, how old is he? 22? No, he's older than that.
25.
25. And he can be a little bit of a stinker.
Okay.
He likes to tease people. I like him because I think he's hilarious, but he gets on people's nerves a little bit.
But a lot intentionally.
A lot intentionally.
Yes.
We were eating at the barbecue on Saturday, and he happened to be teasing me about something, and I picked up the tomato from my hamburger and chucked it at him, and he moved right out of the way, and it landed in his new girlfriend's hair.
Are you serious?
Did you not know this?
I do not know any of this.
You didn't know this happened?
This is new information.
Yeah, this happened. Now, he's been dating this girl for maybe 6 months.
Okay.
So she's still pretty new. She's been around a couple of
You
times.
threw a tomato at her head.
Yeah, I'm definitely not on the comfort level with her that
Well, you are now.
tomato in her hair seems like fine. And he and I exchanged this look of like,
What have you done?
oh no,
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix this.
That's fantastic.
So I sat.
Making memories here.
I know. I sat for a long time with my hand over my mouth, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. And he slowly picked it out of her hair. And she goes, Kaden, what did you do?
So she blamed it on him.
She blamed it on him.
Oh,
and
that's
I
great.
should have just let her do that. But instead, I apologized. But I should have blamed it all on him.
I'm like, yeah,
And they're
Kate,
"Well,
what did you do? Yeah, what did
I
you
saw
do?
the whole thing.
Keep your tomato to yourself.
So I apologized profusely a handful of times. But immediately after it happened and he pulled it out of her hair because it had mustard in it.
Oh, man.
She
Way to
went,
go.
Yeah, she went, like she was grossed out. And she's got
Way
long,
to
beautiful
go.
hair. I know.
Way
and I
to
went,
go.
"Ah, I'm sorry.
Way to go.
It's just me living life the best way I know how.
Way to go,
I
Chantel.
know, scaring people away. One person at a time.
One tossed tomato at a time. Did you think you were in the Renaissance? Like, why were you chucking tomatoes in the first place?
It's his fault. I threw it at him. He moved. He dodged. He should have caught it.
Well,
It's his fault.
Why were you throwing tomatoes?
Because he was being a pest.
Put him on the radio. It's the would you rather this or that question of the day.
Would you rather? Okay, you got to think for a minute. Just imagine that you have the type of hair that you've always wanted to have. Okay?
Okay.
Imagine you're not bald
Oh.
and you have the hair you've always wanted, Josh.
All right.
Okay?
Fancy.
Now, imagine you reach into your hair to scratch it.
Okay, hold on real quick. Just to talk about this. Do you imagine me with Fabio hair?
No. Ew, no.
I'm just trying to feel this out. If you were to imagine me
With hair?
with hair,
Yeah.
what color is it?
It's dark brown.
Okay. It's not blonde or
No.
like white.
No. No.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out. And it's not, is it long?
No.
It's short?
Yes.
Is it haircut clean?
Yes.
Is there a pompadour up
No.
front?
No.
Is it side swooped?
Kind of side swooped.
Is it center parted like a book?
No.
That's how I wore in high
I
school.
know you did.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
I know. I could have been on Boy Meets World with that hairdo.
No, it's like off to the side
Okay.
and it's kind of swooped.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a dark brown.
Not spiky and like whatever.
No. You're too
Okay.
old for that now.
All right. I'm just trying to understand.
You're dignified.
Oh.
Maybe you had that in your younger years, but now you're a distinguished, dignified,
All right.
middle-aged man.
Speak for yourself. Middle-aged. Anyway. All right. So I have
Okay.
this nice hair.
You have nice hair. You reach up to scratch your head and you feel something.
What is it?
Well, would you rather find gum stuck in your hair or a spider
Gum.
stuck in your hair? Yeah. I'm going to go with gum too.
Yeah, I'm not finding bugs in there.
Ugh. Especially a spider, a big one. It has to be
No.
a big one.
No bugs in my hair.
But then you have to cut your hair.
No, I
Or
don't.
try to use the peanut butter method.
Or comb it out and just go through the pain.
You can't comb out gum.
Yes, you can.
You haven't had hair for a really long time. You don't realize that you can't just comb it out.
Comb it out.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it works.
It's how you got bald.
Because of combing out gum?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel. Your better today than yesterday daily challenge. It's a good one. You should practice a more active form of meditation and enjoy the stillness of looking out your window for 10 minutes.
I thought this was going to be the only way to make today better than yesterday is if we could have an extra day of weekend.
I can't do that. I'm not in charge of that.
I know it.
But what I can do is encourage you to look out your window for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Look.
Better yet, go outside. That's better. Just go outside for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but maybe you're in an office, or
I
maybe
know.
you're, maybe you can't just go outside. Maybe you got a
All
long
right.
shift.
Okay.
Look outside the window.
If that's the best you got, do it. But if you can go outside, I would recommend going outside.
Stand outside and look into
Okay.
a window
There you
for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just pick a random one.
Yeah. No one will mind. Just go look into a window for 10 minutes. If you get that long, you might not. Someone's been standing outside looking in my window for 10 minutes. Oh, they just left.
Oh, they left.
It's the
It's
better
fine.
today than
It's
yesterday
fine.
daily
They
challenge.
heard the Josh and
Yeah.
Chantel daily challenge. It's okay.
No.
It's going to be fine.
No, that's not it. Go look out your window for 10 minutes and enjoy the stillness. That's your better today than yesterday daily
It's a
challenge.
weird one.
Hey, the dog loves it.
Yeah, the dog does like it.
Luna could look out the window for hours.
all day.
It's your better today than yesterday daily challenge. That is going to do it for us. Have a great rest of your Monday. The show, the Wake Up Classy 97 with Josh and Chantel show, is now a podcast. You can listen anywhere you listen to podcasts. So go do that. Give us a rating. Subscribe so you get notifications when we post new episodes every single day. This episode today's show will be available as a podcast in mere minutes.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Head over and listen. If you missed part of the show or you want to relive your favorite moments, that's what it's for. It's the Josh and Chantel Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast is what it's called.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast.
Yeah, but then you could say the podcast.
Sometimes we
to
do.
make it cooler.
Yes. All right.
That's all it takes.
Go listen and follow us on socials at Classy 97 KLCE everywhere, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.